And greetings everybody, welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself. It's lovely, we're back here at Jamaica Plains. And I just checked last night before I went to sleep, and I realised we've broken the 200 subscriber mark and we're climbing very, very quickly. So this is quite phenomenal. I'm quite taken aback by how quickly this series is picking up some traction. So thank you very much if you're new to the channel. I really appreciate every person who's on here. I reply to almost every comment, so please, if you have ideas, please leave them. Like, comment, subscribe. I won't bore you with the rest, because I'm sure every YouTuber who has ever lived has said the same thing. But we are here at Jamaica Plains. And as you can see, I've added a little bit more detailing over here. I've just added a little rain shelter for this gentleman. I will probably do the same for this person here. I've added a little bit of furniture out the front to give it a bit more of a kind of accommodation appeal, so it looks more like someone lives here. I've also gone around.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
And taken the liberty of arming all of the settlers with an AK-47. So you won't see a ridiculous number of, mix and match weapons. The only people who now need properly arming is the Minutemen infantry division and the artillery division that currently live here. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I don't actually have enough handguns, because the P220 handguns which I have are notoriously difficult to come by at the moment, so I'm having a bit of trouble. The settler rifles though, I've got about 40, I think, settler rifles. So all of these guys have them, apart from the doctor in the that shop over there. That's because I can't get him away from his counter long enough to do it, but I will eventually. So I think it is time to set about addressing the food and water situation in this settlement. Now, I was initially planning on building a house here, but I don't think it would particularly fit here, or I don't think I could convincingly do it. So instead, what I'm going to do is tear down this house over here. I'll put away all these pieces in storage, because they were here from the first build we did. Now, as you can see, we do have some minor tearing here, which is not ideal, but we're going to have to work with it. So let's completely take down all the bits here. Like that. I don't know why either, but this fence here is also hard-coded. Don't ask me why. So we're going to destroy the fences here using console commands. That's it. I'm always very careful and I make sure that the IDs of the fences are, well, obviously they've been placed in sequence, so they're, I think that's is that hexadecimal? I can't remember. But their codes are always sequential, so I know I'm clicking on the right thing. Now the issue I have as well is this terrain is quite uneven. Some trash to get rid of. Right, I'm going to plunge this settlement into darkness temporarily. Like that. So the settlement now no longer has power. But that won't be for long. We will address that issue. The telephone poles. What can I do with the telephone poles? I think we can leave the poles, to be honest. So that is obviously the top of a retaining wall. That is the top of the topper of a retainer wall. And this crap here is all hard-coded, so try to think about how I can do this. I'm going to leave this as is, this is sort of mission critical for Jamaica Plains, so we'll leave that. However, I am going to take away this retaining wall. Interesting. Okay, so that is a normal wall, but with an adapted bottom on it. Let me quickly sleep here. I'm going to sleep until 7 in the morning because I really don't like working at night, especially since I've just caused a blackout in Jamaica Plains. So we have a literal blackout. I do need to set up a proper power grid. Ooh, that didn't sound too good. Okay. Good, a nice, glorious morning to work with. Okay, now this is a garden of some kind for this particular house, which we will address. This has to be a green space. Now, I'm okay with the pavement on this end. This sidewalk curb can stay as it is. However, I am going to extend the retaining wall and bring it up higher. We're going to replace the wall. So retaining walls full. Now, turn off the surface snapping. Here we go. I can hear gunfire. Okay, we're going to use these short ones here. So we're going to indent that ever so slightly. Bear with me. These guys should be able to handle it with their new guns, but you can never trust these guys. So look at that, AK-47s. I'll help them with that because that's power armor. Oh, I love it when their head blows up like that. Excuse me. Oh, I think that's the flight helmet I'm looking for, actually. No, it's not. At least, I don't think so. No, I don't think that is, actually. I'm looking for a particular set of flight helmets. Black flight helmet with no visor. That one, unfortunately, does have a visor, so it's not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, and in case you haven't noticed, I've installed a little Minuteman pod here. In the name of defence in a short while. Right, back to what we were doing. I wasn't on shell kit, I was on landscaping. There we go. Right, now in order to bank any of these, we do need a post. This post will need to be ever so slightly rotated. Stop the jittering. We'll go back to a short wall. Okay. So that needs to be the angle. So shift it back a little bit. Rotate the post again, and the short wall should now cover this. Excellent. That's what we want. Because now the terrain should be higher than the hard-coded crap. This telephone pole is ever so slightly in the way. Cool. think this wall needs to be probably 10 units higher, just to make sure it gets over the hard code. So we'll install another one of these, and we can now destroy the retaining wall on the ground. We could probably now use a full-size wall. Oh, hello, what's that? That's odd. That's probably part of the building, actually, but no one's going to see that once we've put this this wall up, so not too worried about that. Actually, I quite like the whole short wall then pillar that we've got going here. So put a short wall. I'll put another pillar, or post if you want to be a bit pedantic, which I can be sometimes, especially when I'm trying to annoy somebody. Nothing's more annoying than a proper pedant. Okay. Now we can rotate this almost to the 90-degree point here. Now can we install a short wall here? Yes, we can. Excellent. Now we can install another post. What I'll do is place it that way. Remove these walls. And then put in one of these. One more post. I think one more short wall. That won't work because of this hard-coded debris here. Let's take that out. And we'll put in some steps. Now again, I haven't actually pre-planned this build. I literally had it come to mind 10 minutes before I started the recording. So, joke's on you guys. Bear with me just a second, guys. That is my phone. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to take a quick phone call there. Where was I? So, yes, we're working at getting some steps put on here and some full retaining walls. So, we're going to stick with the same principle on this side that appeared to snap. Aha. Okay, so it snaps to the sidewalk, which is fine. We can then lower that over here to that. Make sure we put a post in, like so. Yeah, I think this then leaves a bit of space for decorations, if we want to do that, which I think we do. Yeah, so that is high enough now to get over the debris. Nice. Okay. This is the complicated bit, is getting it to line up. We'll be okay though. So the steps up here need to be, I believe, this type of step. Not a fan of that type of stuff though. That's the one I need. Yeah, I reckon that's fine. So we'll put another retaining wall there. We'll stick another one in here. Now here's the bit that is going to pose a problem. Okay, what's this going to look like? Okay, we're going to have to do it another way. Because, again, snapping is the bane of my life. So if we put 1, then 2. We will bring this back to overlap, like this. Then we'll put a post on the end. And we'll do the same for here. So we need a short piece of wall to match up here. Then back to there. Remove that. And we now have a partition for this. And I think through most of this, you won't get those graphic glitches unless you move to this side, which we can deal with. I mean, a graphical glitch here and there is not too much of a concern. And I think we can actually do these railings. They look fine. That's not going to work. In fact, let's just take those away. I've got another idea for this. Oh yeah, in case you didn't notice, I put this little corner in behind the cellar. So I thought this would break it up. It's not really enough for military stuff, but hey. Okay. Now we can deal with putting in park pieces. Now, this is going to be the one area which is probably not going to be green grass. I'm actually going to go with this dirt. The reason for that is because it is literally a farm area. It's going to be an area for growing food. And while you can grow food on grass, it probably just would not... It wouldn't look right, I don't think. So we're going to go with actual dirt here. Ugly. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with a lot of this, I think. We're going to have to deal with a lot of ugly terrain. Very, very ugly terrain. So place another one in here. Ooh, what's the best way to do this? Okay, so I can't snap them lengthwise. No, screw it. I'll do it manually. Words I'm starting to get more and more accustomed to since I've become a bit more experienced at building. I'll do it manually. That's it. Tell you what, if I ever got to the popularity point of printing merchandise, I would literally make a t-shirt that says, "I'll do it manually." That's how annoyed I am with some of these snappings. It's not fun. Not fun at all. I mean, look at this mess. I'm working with this archaic building system. Guess this is what I get for sticking with Fallout 4. I'm not 76. But as I say to everybody, you could not pay me to play Fallout 76. That is outwards, so that needs to go back just enough to hide that. And this needs to go back by 5 units to hide that. These little discrepancies will get covered up while I'm building, so I'm not worried about those. In case you're thinking, "Oh my God, Oliver, you missed this." Trust me, I haven't missed it. You're fine, okay? Oh, lovely. Just boot that back through the wall. Um, I don't mind doing that because this is in the wall anyway. Now I just need that there. And we'll cover that perfectly. I need to just go around and do the 0.1 trick to anywhere that's got those discrepancies. That looks fine. You don't generally get 0.1 discrepancies with these types of blocks, because the block themselves is quite uneven. So the idea that you get those discrepancies is not that much of a thing. Yes, I know I've made a bit of a pig's ear of this, but it's going to be worth it. At the end of the day, it's the destination, not the journey, right? That's the thing. Why are these so much higher up? That's fine, that can be covered. There's a lot of these really ugly seams here. And I fear I'm just going to create more by doing this. Yeah, these seams are just going to get worse. At the end of the day, I'm fussing over nothing, because these are just going to get covered. Okay. Now let's sort out the decorations before we go any further. We'll frame this area to make it look better. Now, because cars don't go down here, because it's post-apocalyptic and, you know, everything got blown up, a lot of this will be grassland. In fact, I might even have another house in this little area here, because the alleyway cut through here is kind of taken up with this. This used to be the road through, or the path through. So I might replace this and put a house here, and have this as a kind of connecting way into the neighbour's home. So that'll be another way to free up some real estate for the residents in this settlement. Let's leave the decorations for now in that case, because there's still a lot of stuff I could do with this. Trash. Get rid of the trash. Okay. Now, if I was just to place crops here, I think Homemaker has some better food. Are these just planters, or are these... No, these are just planters. I'm not really looking for planters. I want this to have a natural effect. What was that one thing I was looking for before here? Hang on. Structures. No. Whoa. The hell was that? I've seen it before. There's like a giant farming patch that you can use. Not under decorations. No, not under crafting. It's got to be under structures. Ah, that's where you get the telephone poles from. Never mind. I don't actually think that will fit here anyway. So let's put in some food. Okay, let's put the terrain snap back on. Now, the moot fruit makes sense because it's one food per item, but the amount of space this takes up is ridiculous. Do I really not have any potatoes? I mean, I've got corn. Corn. So let's put some corn in here. I want to space these out enough to get 5 in a row. Also, I can use these seams as the perfect way to do it. There we go, that's 5. Bear with me, guys. I'm actually going to go and try and get some potatoes because I don't know how I've done it, but I've somehow lost all of my food. I've probably left it at a castle somewhere. Bear with me, guys. Okay, and I'm back with the goods. Though I have just noticed something. Obviously, our food and water has gone down, which is normal. However, I just checked the map, and we appear to have lost a provisioner. So this settlement is now effectively cut off. Wow. This settlement is effectively now cut off from the rest of the Commonwealth's supplies, so we're going to have to find someone to replace them. This person doesn't have a job, so we need to connect them to the Warwick homestead. There's the Warwick homestead. There we are. Might take a few moments for it to register as a provisioner, but we should hopefully get our supplies back momentarily. Yes, that was quite unfortunate that we lost that. While we wait for that, I did go and get the food. Turns out it was at Sanctuary, because I'm a bit of a dope. If you're wondering why my map looked a little bit messed up there with the supply lines, I think it's because my Codsworth was killed, because he was quote-unquote kidnapped during a settlement supply run. Hang on a minute. I think I've just put the dots together. Where's Radio Freedom?
I'm just so hungry all the time.
If we had a good supply of clean water, things would be pretty good.
I have a feeling the provision has been kidnapped. I don't know how much truth there is in that, but that has happened before.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Look at all these AK-47s.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Oh, it's on!
Yes, it really is on. Dickhead. Okay. I'm still kind of concerned about this supply line because I don't think either settlement has actually dropped a supply. I'm pretty sure there were still only 30 settlers there, and we've obviously gained one over here. So I don't know what's happened to that supply line in between, but we've lost it, which is a pain. Let me sort that out. I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, we got it sorted. Don't know what that was about, but we now have it sorted. The line's been reconnected. Don't know why Warwick Homestead is now saying there's 53 people there. There's definitely not. There's supposed to be 35. Plus, inexplicably, the happiness here has just taken a tumble, probably because of the broken supply line for a little while. But we're back to where we started. Took me long enough, but I get there. So let's start planting some food. So we need to plant in some more corn. Okay, so I know that is 5 food there between all of that. Let's plant some potatoes. Potatoes. It's definitely potatoes. Like tomato and tomato, that's an argument. Potato and potato, that's not. It's potato. If you think otherwise, you're a barbarian. Oh, not another shootout going on. Oh. Got a frame rate stutter there. My apologies. Okay, so I know that's 4.5, so that's 9 extra food that we're producing now. Place some more potatoes here. So I can't quite tell how far away they are. We could probably put 2 more lines of that across here, to be honest. Actually, before we go any further, what is under the config? Options. Maximum food per worker 20. Wow, okay. Got stuck there. That's good. So I do want a way to walk through this, so I'm going to leave that free there. The corn can stretch further across here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is 5 by 5, 25. Yeah, 25. Times by half, that's 12.5 food that's coming out of that. 12.5. This is 6 by 3, which is 18. It's 9, so it's 21.5. 23, 23.5, 24, 24.5, 25. So okay, so this little farm area is 25 roughly. 25 food. Again, not going to be a bit overzealous, but we do have some more space for food. Some more potato plants. think that's good. They've got a way in and a way to walk around it. It's out in quite a prominent location, so that's also good. We're just going to need some settlers to man it, so I'm going to have to wait until we get a few more settlers come and join. Looks like we're under attack again.
I just wish I had some clean water to drink for once.
And you will. Got you back. Who is firing? Ah, it's the Vault-Tec rep. Yeah, I didn't tell you. I actually got the Vault-Tec rep over here. I've got him over here for the
No idea.
the restaurant that I have.
Like scrounging around.
The restaurant. Actually, this guy is only assigned to this stove. Oh no, the settlers are starting to assign themselves. That's not good. Yeah, I quite like how that's looking from here. Now, I don't know if that value is 20 items or 20 actual pieces of food that we can get out of this. It's not assigning. We have that glitch again. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to sort that out. Okay. That was a lot more hassle than it was worth. I'll tell you that for nothing. But we do now have 39 food. Turns out what was happening was I was able to assign, but the villager took that literally, so he would only farm the one that I told him to farm. Despite the fact that auto assign is on, I have to manually assign each and every crop to each and every villager, so that's going to be a ball ache. So, yeah, grand. The happiness went into absolute freefall for a while. I don't know why, because the settlement supply line is now reconnected. So I'm not sure why that's the case. But it's going back up now because we have 39 food and 39 water. So you've got these water pumps. I have installed little water pumps outside the front of a lot of the homes, and because we have a giant urban garden up the top of the settlement, it made sense to put some taps up there as well. So we do actually have a good water supply. As you can also see, Jamaica Plain is now lit back up again. I put a generator in over there somewhere, just so we could get some lights. This is a bit darker than I would like, but we can sort that out momentarily. So we have the food and water supply under control with this farm. I will beautify it eventually, but for now that has caused me more pain than I'm willing to put up with. So we're going to move on to something else. Let's have a look in here. So we've got this little pod that I can sleep in. You can have some Minutemen who can sleep in here for the defences, for the day and night cycles, for whoever's guarding. But this building has got way too much potential to be sat rusting away like this. Truth be told, it'll probably still be quote-unquote rusting when I'm done with it, but we can expand it because we have a lot of diner pieces, which is exactly what we're going to do. We are going to expand this motherfucker. Okay, so these diner walls don't actually count as registered pieces because they're terrain built and not player built. So what we're going to do is scrap a lot of the crap in here and we're going to expand this. So what do we get rid of? Well, the diner is going to get expanded beyond here, so we need to remove these. Let's get some quick lights in here. So I'm going to put in, I know they're not actually on the ground. We just want some temporary light. That's all we want, temporary light. So this can go. Oh yeah, you can see where a building used to be there. So we scrap these. The wall of the diner, excuse me, rests perfectly on the retaining wall, so that's a very good way to expand from here. So structures, diners. We're going to have the shutters down from this point forwards. Can I actually snap these pieces? That's really awkward if I can't. Nope. Damn it. Okay. We're going to have to painstakingly connect this manually. I'll do it manually. Love it. Turn off the surface snapping so we can line up properly. I think that ever so slightly overlaps. So yeah, that is as good as I'll get that. This planter here can go. And we can now start snapping. Now here's the thing. I'm going to round off the edge. Okay, so it won't snap because it's got a concrete base. Why won't you snap to that end? Too bad I've got that trick up my sleeve. I've got an idea actually. Can I extend this retaining wall up like that? And in the back corner here is where we place our generator. We're going to use the standard practice fusion generator, 100 power for Jamaica Plain. I'm going to place that nicely in the middle here. So we can actually shrink it down to match just 2 tiles. That way this is nicely tucked out of the way and it's not going to get in the way of anything else. So I want the shuttered window here because this is where the diner's serving counter will be. I can just lower the sidewalk tile. Why wouldn't I? Excellent. Now I want this to have like a takeaway. Oh, damn, that's going to be nasty. It's because it's powering so much. I'm not touching it. It's got a mind of its own right now. There we go. Oh, painful. Okay. Yes, I want a takeaway area for this as well. So you can come in and eat. You can also take your food to go. So do we have an inner corner? Pretty sure that would be an inner corner. Yes, it would. And then you have this diner booth here, which I think would be an ideal takeaway facility, as it were. That can go away. These diner counters can also move. I mean, this is a very big settlement after all. No, we want the square corner for over here, do we? Yeah, I mean, those rounded windows work fine. I'm going to have to do a trick here to get that. No, we're going to go one more window, methinks. One more window. Where the counter will be. Maybe during the day you could eat here. And then at night you go to takeaway. Okay, so if I put this in here, we would need an inner corner and then the diner booth. Then an inner corner. There we go. I was about to say, of course it doesn't snap, but if I just put another wall section, is that going to fit and work as intended? Again, I have no plan for this. I'm literally just winging it and hoping it works. Oh, I'm going to have to do this damn trick again. Okay, on a scale of 1 to dumb, how dumb does that look? It's fine. Absolutely fine. The only thing I would do is 0.1 trick it. Like that. Yes, a good takeaway counter. And then we'll have that, and can we snap one more onto here, please? Oh yeah, the scrolling is a little bit behind. It's fine. That's it. 0.1 trick that. We'll move the residential lamppost out of the way. These stalls can go, at least for now, anyway. Disable. Cheers. We need to put in the middle, of course, but that can be sorted in just a moment. I quite like the separation here, so I'm going to leave that there. I mean, I might put my own booths and stuff in, actually, so I'm going to leave that there, though, because that leaves quite a nice separation with a diner counter. That's fine, we can put like condiments and all that out on there. The stalls here can disappear. Cheers. The sidewalk can do a... Okay, no, it's that piece which needs a 0.1 trick. Yeah, that needs a 0.1 trick. This sidewalk needs to be edged down, as does this one. Actually, we're going to be putting in like a mat over there, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. Right, now mid pieces. So we've got the diner mid piece, and we've got another mid piece which is the ceiling falling to pieces. So I think we want the decent one, like that. And that's nice and easy to install there. So we have our ceiling. Now this diner fixture is massive. Let me try and get up on the roof here. Like that. That can obviously go. That's not part of anything. So these are the grebes which go on the top. That makes sense. That is the... That's the good diner roof. Yeah, that has a floor, so we need just the roof. Oh, okay, that's a problem. Does the diner floor stack with any of these pieces? No, it doesn't. Okay. Again, I'll have to do it manually. I'll have to do it manually. Very carefully. Maneuver into position. Like so. Okay, that's good. Now there are some roof fixtures for this. I'm fairly certain there are some other types of roof fixtures. Okay, maybe I'm just going nuts. Fair enough. Okay, so let's sort out the grebes and the cosmetic stuff on the roof. So let's get rid of the grebes which already exist. That's another piece I'm going to have to put in manually. Oh, is that going to be... Let's test this. Okay. Okay, cool. So that's two pieces I'm going to have to do manually. So in terms of the grebes, the fixture, what does this look like? Because the way that bar at the front comes out suggests it should hang over something like that, but it shouldn't. Now if I stick it up on the roof, then they hang through. Wait a minute, is that a vent? Is that literally supposed to hang like this? Oh, for goodness sake. I was meant to do it that way. There we go. I reckon it's supposed to be like that. But then that isn't centre Well, actually, it is centre. It's the door that's not centred. So you know what? That's fine. I can do that. Cool. But the building is not long enough. Damn it. Okay. These grebes will be fine. We'll just need to redistribute them. So we had, I believe, 3 a few moments ago. So we'll put in the standard grebes like that. We'll put one over the top of here. Yeah, this is a time I do actually need surface snapping. Then we'll have one over in this corner here, like so. These roof tiles are going to have to be put in manually, which is great. So we'll take this out, put in a diner mid piece, which I'm going to have to take surface snap off and place in manually. I think I'm getting better at this. I'm definitely getting better at this. Wait, is that window a... Oh, I thought that window was a individual piece. Should be kind of cool if it was, but just out of curiosity. What do we get over here? High tech bunker. So I think you can actually get, yeah, you can get the full drumlin diner. But I kind of think that would be cheating to put the drumlin diner in here. I mean, it would fit. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm not going to put any more in that. You let me know what you think. Should I put the drumlin diner in there and just call it a day? Well, obviously furnish it and everything. But do you want me to leave the design as is now? Or do you want me to put in the drumlin diner? Because I think I'd be happy with either, quite honestly. I mean, it would give me an excuse to get rid of this thing. Okay. You know, I think that is all I've got time for at this very moment in time. So I'll tell you what. I'm going to leave it here. This is where I'm going to end the episode right here. So we've sorted out the food supplies. It looks really ugly. I'm going to sort some beautification off camera, just some bits here and there. So don't worry about that. So we've built what's going to be potentially our recreation space, which is this diner with a takeaway and a dining in area. It's almost like a McDonald's, really, if you think about it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm quite happy with it as is, but I'm really in two minds about this diner setup. I think it looks really ugly from what I've built, but I'll let you be the judge of that. I'm off to do some beautification. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, peace out, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out and good night.